This is the design that we will print on t-shirts. And this is the outline of the design. Let's print the design. By the way, I'm using Epson L120 printer and ordinary copier paper in printing the design. I will tape the paper using this packing tape so that the paper stencil will not absorb paint during printing. And I will use this cutter to cut the design. Start taping the top part. Continue until most part of the paper is covered with packing tape. Then we will cut the design using this cutter. In cutting the design we will trace the outline using the cutter. This pointed part of the design is the tricky part. So you have to be careful in cutting this part. There's a possibility that you can overcut the small part and it will be disconnected from the design. Set aside this triangle shape of letter A. Just continue cutting until the design is finished. Then we will adhere the design on our screen. First center the design on the shirt pad. This is the screen that we will use. Put the screen on top of the design. We will use this contact cement. And this toothpick in adhering the design on the screen. Dip the toothpick on contact cement and spread it on different parts of the design. The contact cement will bind the paper stencil and the screen as soon as it dries. Then we will wait for the contact cement to dry. Then we will tape the edges of our screen stencil to prevent paint leaks during printing. Using the packing tape, tape the edges of our screen stencil. After taping the screen stencil, we can now start the printing. In printing the t-shirts we will use the shirt pad. Center the t-shirt on top of the shirt pad. Put the screen stencil on top of the t-shirt. Put paint on the screen stencil. By the way, I will be using this plastic squeegee. Let's begin. I set up chairs beside me so that I can easily go back and forth to do the printing and the hanging of the t-shirts. I will print the light-colored t-shirts with black paint. And later I will print the dark-colored t-shirts with white paint. By the way, I'm using black water-based rubberized paint. Because of the packing tape, the paper stencil is not absorbing water from the paint. That is the reason why we covered the design with packing tape before we cut it. The silk screen I'm using is 100 mesh, ideal for water-based paints. I will show you later how I will wash the paper stencil screen so that we can use it again to print the dark-colored t-shirts. Then just continue printing until all the light-colored t-shirts are finished. In washing the screen paper stencil, first, wet the stencil using a wet foam so that the paint will not dry on the screen's opening. Put back the excess paint on squeegee in the container. Using a cut cardboard, scrape the excess paint on screen stencil. Then rub the screen stencil again using the wet foam. Rinse the foam if necessary, then rub it again on the screen stencil. You don't have to rub the whole screen stencil, the important thing is to clean the openings. Then using a rug wipe the screen. You will notice that the screen's opening is clearer. Wipe the screen again with rug if necessary. Then we will wait for screen stencil to dry and we can start printing the dark colored t-shirts. Center the t-shirt on shirt pad. Center the screen stencil on top of the t-shirt. This time we will use the super white paint. Put paint on the screen stencil. Again we will use this plastic squeegee. If you want to know how to make this kind of squeegee, you can click the suggested video at the top right corner of this video. In printing the white, the process is the same, just like printing the black earlier. The paint is called super white. This is also a water-based rubberized paint. The thicker the deposit of paint the better. Textile paints like the Super White is very durable. It will last for years and won't crack easily. I don't even cure the paint to dry, and it's one of the many advantages of using water-based paints. Then just continue printing until all the dark colored t-shirts are finished. I hope you learned something new today. If you have any questions or suggestions, just type it on the comments below. And please don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell for more videos. Happy silk screen printing!